Hello and welcome back to Dark Souls. Soul level 1 continues. Last time, it certainly could have gone better. We, had a little bit of trouble in the DLC area. I will admit I wasn't super... Haha, nerd. I wasn't super impressed with how that went. One thing I forgot that we could do as well, I remembered just now. Hey, Zima, welcome to the stream, is we can talk to our boy down here. Never mind, no we can't. Apparently I've forgotten the sequence of events. But, yeah, at some point... oh, it'll be after patches, of course, once we get to the inside of the cathedral. But, how you doing today, Zima? Good to see you here. Hope you're having a good day. I need to make it through here and open up the shortcuts over there by the cathedral bonfire. That would make life a whole lot easier, but we do have some tough enemies standing in our way. We're probably going to attempt to grub strat them and run past everyone like a scared child, as is often our wont to do. Sometimes known as grub stratting. Grub, of course, being one of the early viewers to the channel from long ago, helped create the Discord. By the way, if you're not already part of the Discord, you should join the Discord. There's a link down below in the panels that will take you directly to an invite, and you can also press !Discord into chat if you'd like to join it. Love to have you. But anyway, he helped create the Discord, suggested that we even make one. He helped really grow the channel, bring a lot of excitement to it. So while I was doing the Soul Level 1 run so long ago, he did one concurrently with me. And while doing so, he would run past all the enemies. And of course, I hadn't been smart enough to figure out that's probably what I should be doing. And so he was like, dude, if you're Soul Level 1, you don't have much health, you don't do much damage, just run past the enemies. The point is the bosses. And so Grub was right. And it became colloquially known as grub strats when you just run past enemies instead of fighting them. And in this case, it makes a lot of sense to do. Currently doing a no death and no bonfire run in Dark Souls 2. You absolute mad person. That's crazy. I don't know, man. But in Dark Souls 2, well, I guess if you can level up, it's not as bad. I keep thinking of things in terms of Soul Level 1. One of the reasons I'm hesitant to do a Soul Level 1 run of Dark Souls 2, which I tried like a few minutes of, but didn't really do much of, is because you would not be able to level up your stat that gives you more iframes when you roll, and that does scare me. And I'm not sure how well I would handle that, unfortunately. I know it makes a pretty substantial difference, having those. Whoop. What the heck? No, sir. I request that you please drop me. Okay, that could have gone way worse. I thought I had already picked up that bloodstain, like, multiple times. Why do I keep having to pick it up? It's odd. Just roll. Just roll. That's okay. The blood was intentional. I forgot to equip my torch. We're going to continue to have wormies crawling over our body for a little bit here until I'm safe. I'm still extremely not safe. I can try and equip the torch as I run. I don't know how that's going to work. Don't kill me from behind, please. Okay, now if we switch to our torch, it will stop the wormies. There we go. The wormies have been removed. I probably need to just deal with this jabroni here, because they will continue to chase me and be really obnoxious. And the giant's doing work against him. Gotta thank him. Alright, we actually killed him. That's really good. Oh, that was scary. Get a larger hat. I don't want to look ridiculous, okay? So if you could just back off. My hat could not be any more perfect. No, if there was a larger hat, believe me, I would be wearing it. It almost looks like a mushroom from the top, like one of those oyster mushrooms. Pretty cool. Only game you have an SL1. Some strats become a little OP even if you don't have ADP. Really? That's right, adaption. What a fun system to add into a Dark Souls game. A lot of stat boosting gear. Yeah, I mean, I should probably try it at some point so that I can... I mean, I don't, like, technically, I guess you could do it on Sekiro as well, where you do no using memories or beads, but that seems almost a little bit tedious. I don't know if that would actually be equivalent to Soul Level 1. Like, I don't know, I have to get some input on that from people. Like, would that be a legit Soul Level 1? Because I do want to eventually do the equivalent, like a Soul Level 1, BL4, etc., on all the Souls games. Dark Souls 2 right now being the only one besides Sekiro, which I'm not even sure exists as it, that I haven't done, so. I would need to get some input on, whoa. That's got a lot of appraisals. But, yeah, I'm not sure if that even would count as one. A lot of places to fall. Yeah, I mean, that's certainly another thing. That would make a lot of sense. Like, that's the thing about no death run. One weird thing happens or one glitch happens, like, that would scare me. I know there's people who definitely do full, you know, full no death runs. Like, Squilla, I guess, started the whole trend. Pretty amazing, like, what he can accomplish, but... Like, I don't know, man. The chance of having something go wrong and just ruining your day is really high, and it kind of makes me nervous. Hey, Ethan, what's going on? Do you have a headache because you are hungry? If so, then I encourage you to get some food if you can and help your headache. But thanks for being here, man. How are you doing? How goes it on this lovely Wednesday? This lovely Wednesday day. He loves it. The screaming means he's enjoying it. Probably. I hope it's not too bad of a headache. Do you have any food you can eat? You can always do a pizza. Oh, goody. The St. Tree Bellvine. I remember exactly what that does. I'm joking. I have no idea what that does. There's so many systems and things in Dark Souls 3 that I haven't really learned or experimented with. One of these days, I should probably do a run where I just, like, try something totally different that I haven't done before and find out about how it works. Do a no getting lost Dark Souls run. There are some challenges that are even outside the purview of me to do, and that is one that would probably be counted among that as being a little too impossible. I mean, I guess if I knew the game well enough. You know where I would not get lost, most likely? Actually, I bet I could do an entire Dark Souls 1 run without getting lost once. That place I know pretty good. Yeah, I saw the picture of the black and white with the leaf with the water driplet on it. That was actually a super awesome pick, dude. I love that one. Yeah, glad you're getting some good use out of that lens that you got, too. This is not how I imagine things going. Chasing this stupid lizard and waking up our buddy here. But the battle begins now. Ah, we beat one of these guys before without dying. We can probably do it now. Got better weapons. He's not that bad. Let's go ahead and top up our health, though, just in case. Right, that's annoying. Our damage is actually really good against him. There we go. Got a tie-night scale. Hey, Shade, what's going on? Back's doing a lot better today. Thanks for acting. Thanks for asking. There we go. Feels a lot better today. I stretched it out after the stream. Kind of loosened up. Didn't sit in a weird position today like I might have yesterday, and I'm doing good. Good to have you here at the stream, man. You only act like you care. I mean, that was the implication of my misstep with words, if you will. Yes. So that was... Apologies if that came out weird. That was just misspeaking. Alright, let me see. There's a place, of course, we can drop through a window. I don't think we want to do that. I am trying to remember the best pathway through here and what exactly I want to accomplish. Brain's a little bit confuzzulated, though. Speaking of confuzzulated, it's been so long since we've seen Grace. Oh, I miss having her on the stream. Yeah, my brain's a little confuzzulated on the best pathing to take here. We've cleared this area now, which of course means... Yes, that's right. You're correct. What? What happened to your day? Why is it so terrible? What happened? That doesn't sound good. Be wary of bonfire. Yeah, I know. I mean, there's a secret path back in there. I don't know if I really want to take that one. No, I guess I may as well. No, I think I don't want to. No, I think I do want to. Do I want to? No. Let's go this way. I don't know, man. I don't know what's good for me. Oh, this is climbing back up. Yeah, we may as well. Let's climb back up. I didn't want to use the bonfire because then that would reset the annoying enemies up here that I didn't want to deal with again. Went to Jimmy John's, asked for no tomatoes and onions, and they put tomatoes and onions on it? Okay, look. Look. I have worked in the fast food industry before, back in college. Putting one wrong topping on, it happens from time to time. We appreciate you not getting angry at us when we make a little faux pas like that. We understand it may upset your day. Putting 2 wrong things that were specifically asked to not be put on, that is willful and flagrant abuse. That is, these people knew what they were doing. They saw you. They took aim. Oh, I probably shouldn't speak for them like this, but putting 2 wrong toppings on, specifically they were asked not to, I will not say I've never seen it, but that is pretty bad for a service worker to do. That's pretty lame. That's pretty terrible. Yeah, the worst. It's the worst day ever. You even repeated it back to him twice. Maybe you got it twisted and he was like, add the onions and tomato. I don't know. That's very bizarre. In fact, I've never even had a Jimmy John's sandwich that tasted good. So add in that to the fact of them messing up the order, and it truly is a harrowing day indeed. Jimmy John's is like Subway's underachieving little nephew, and it's just like, you know, I'm glad you're there. Now maybe they do have good pizza or good sandwiches. Maybe I'm just being an ignoramus and foolish, but I have never. Jimmy John's, by the way, if you ever want to sponsor the stream, I will recant these statements fully and make like a public statement about it. But I've never actually had a good Jimmy John's. I've had it conveniently, and that's not to say I've had a lot of great Subway. Let's be honest here. Subway is not exactly your haute couture of sandwich places, right? But Jimmy John's just was like the most bland, boring sandwich I've ever had. You cannot hug me. There will be no hugging in this establishment. Social distance, 6 feet away at all times, ma'am. 6 feet. Either that or get an N95 mask and get back to me. Possibly some surgical gloves. Alright, that could have gone better, admittedly, but you know what? We got the items. We don't have to go back up there again, so thank goodness. Tomatoes from home are good, but most restaurants are not very good. You know? They get soggy, and also, if you're talking homegrown, non-homegrown tomatoes are picked while they're still quite unripe, so they're like hard, and then just they don't get the proper sugars in them, and they're just bleh. The owner of Jimmy John's hunts endangered animals or something like that. I'm gonna need data backup on that. That's actually quite fascinating if that's the case. Bow only run. Shades, didn't you do a bow only run? How was that? Have to stay away from the enemy. That we can keep the social distancing with the bow only run. This is true. The former owner, it was a long time ago. That's what a swell person. I remember that dentist who shot the famous lion and everyone was super pissed at him. Whatever happened to that guy? Did people like just straight up lynch him or something? Like what happened to the dude who shot everybody's favorite lion at that, where was it, Kenyan Refuge Reserve? In Chad, Zimbabwe? I don't remember where exactly. Somewhere in Africa that there was a lion that everybody loved, and dude shot it, posed with it, took pictures, acted like a big guy, and everyone was like, I'm gonna kill you! And attacked him in his place of work and etc. I don't know. He hunts giraffes, but it's regulated. What do you do with a giraffe? A, why? It's not like you're going on a wild animal hunt where it could try and attack you back. If you're shooting a giraffe, it's probably going to be from quite a bit of range. You didn't have to stalk it. It's just freaking out there in the, as Africa would say, or Toto would say, the Serengeti, near Kilimanjaro. And it's not going to fight back. What's it going to do? Freaking neck you to death? This is not the way I wanted to go. I made a mistake here. That's absurd. Who would hunt that? Between Papa John and Uncle Jimmy, or whatever moniker he went by for Jimmy John's, what is up with fast food restaurant owners and being total D-bags? Excuse the language. I can see some bosses being annoying for sure. Well, yeah, but I mean, who would ever get close enough to... I mean, what are you hunting it with? A freaking machete? If you see a giraffe... Like, the thing, if you're hunting, like, a tiger or a lion, presumably you have to actually stalk it, and maybe they're more wary. I don't know. I've never gone big game hunting. I will not lie to you. This is not something I've done. But with a giraffe, don't they kind of just mill about in the plains and chew on acacia trees? Like what's the sport in hunting a giraffe? Even an elephant at least seems more dangerous than a giraffe. I mean, what a weird thing to shoot. And what does one do? Do you make giraffe steaks? Do you eat your giraffe rig in Pokemon? Like, is this the plan? Like, what do you do with a giraffe? Does the neck make excellent flank steaks? I don't know. I'm not the one shooting giraffe. Like, what do you do with giraffe? Is it the adorable tail? Do you, like, turn it into a piece of jerky? Giraffe tail jerky? Is that a thing? Maybe? Very strange animal to hunt. It probably tastes okay, I guess. I wouldn't expect it to be a very fatty meal, though, considering they're eating leaves all day and they have to kind of reach for them, and so they're working out. The neck meat's actually probably rather tough if you had to guess. That was not good. It's fine. It's fine. Very strange, man. I need your giraffe rig because this Pokemon sucked. Why do I keep going the wrong way, chat? Why am I dumb? Now, giraffes are dangerous. Like, I've seen videos of giraffes fending off lions and tigers, or lions, I think, specifically. Like, they'll straight up, like, donkey kick you. This place is such garbage. I hate this. Yep, the stretch is very hard, exactly. Yep. You line up a giraffe, use your scope at 500 yards out, then pop him while he's eating his breakfast. Boom. Big man, tough guy. I have had alligator once. Oh, I don't know if it was alligator or crocodile, but I've had one of the two once. I think it was in jerky form. I did not think it was particularly amazing. What's your most taboo food that you've ever eaten? And I'll go first here. I'm just going to leave you out there to dry. The most taboo thing I've ever eaten, and I still feel bad about it, but I also wanted to do it just as an experience because I was there, was when I was on vacation in Japan before I went to live there. I had a small piece of whale, and it was actually fried whale blubber. So it was, you can imagine, it tasted great because it's just fried fat, deep fried fat. How do you go wrong, right? But that's the most taboo, weird thing. Not the most weird thing, but the most taboo thing I've ever eaten. I've eaten weirder, believe me. But in terms of just, I kind of regret it because it's like, that wasn't cool of me. I was younger. I was not stupid. I don't have that excuse. Younger, yes. Stupid, no. I knew that was probably a inappropriate thing to do, but I was like, come on, how many times are you ever going to have this opportunity in your life? And it's a whale. I don't know. So yeah, that's something that happened. I don't know if I should even disclose that. I feel a little bit bad now just saying it. Oh god, Shade. Almost rested a bonfire. Okay, down here. Around here. Alrighty. Now we're gonna get the drop on these punks, hopefully, and deal with some of their garbage before it becomes dangerous. Wonderful, wonderful. Kangaroo jerky. How was kangaroo? I've had snake jerky too. That was back in elementary school. Some kid got snake jerky. That was interesting. Antelope. I imagine antelope's actually probably pretty tasty, if I'm going to be totally honest. I would eat antelope. We actually have a type of antelope called pronghorn up here in Idaho that people apparently hunt. The guy at a general store that I went to, I talked to him some because he had said he'd just come back from hunting and said one of the things they got was pronghorn antelope. I didn't even realize it was antelope. I thought it was maybe a deer. I don't know. But the only venison-like stuff I've ever had is one time at Fuddruckers I had an elk burger. I mean, cool, I guess, but not particularly amazing. My buddy had an ostrich burger there, but I mean, it's Fuddruckers. It doesn't totally count. Jellyfish is weird. Have you ever had jellyfish? I've eaten quite a bit of jellyfish. It is actually surprisingly jelly-like to eat. It's like, imagine, like, you know those noodles you can get that are, like, kind of transparent colored? And they're kind of small and stringy? Basically, that's the texture, kind of like a weird chewy jelly thing. And then the flavor is virtually non-existent, so whatever it's seasoned in. It was raw jellyfish, I think. It was in some sort of garlic butter type dealio. I don't know, it was in China. I've eaten some weird stuff in China. But jellyfish was one of the more odd ones. It was actually fairly good. It's just it doesn't have a lot of flavor. It's kind of like escargot, you know? It tastes like whatever it's cooked in. Right? So if you cook it in heavy garlic or in some sort of flavor, that's basically what it's going to taste like. And the thing was, before I even ate it, I was like, can you eat jellyfish? Is that actually safe to eat? Turns out, yes, it is safe to eat jellyfish. Oh no, allergic to squid? That sucks. I love squid. Squid is one of my favorites. Squid and octopus, man. Ugh, some of my favorite foods. Raw is also the best, by the way. If you're asking me how do you take your squid and your octopus, raw every time that I have the opportunity, 100%. I like what's it called? Calamari. Fried calamari is okay. It's another okay way to have squid. But my favorite way is the other way I would eat octopus also is in hot pot. So it's like kind of like a shabu shabu, if you've ever had that, or a nabe. It's like the Chinese version of it, where there's a bunch of different stuff all cooked at once in a big hot pot, like meats and vegetables. And one of the things is you can throw in like octopus, and the best type are these little miniature octopus that are like bite-sized. Oh, so tasty. Squid chunks also is very good in them. And I call it that specifically because it's an odd way to refer to it as a squid chunk. But it's not entirely inaccurate. Yeah, calamari, man. You get an EpiPen and some calamari. That's intense. Canned squid? Really? That's a thing? You shot many pronghorn? Oh, and Red Dead Redemption. That's interesting. Makes me want to vomit. Really? I don't know. I mean, it's good. The biggest thing about it, I think, is the mental. Like, people freak out about the idea of it. If someone just fed it to you, like, I bet you'd be a lot less resistant to it until you were told about it. The only other thing is that depending on how it's cooked, which is one of the reasons I prefer it raw, it can be a bit rubbery and chewy, and it gets a little annoying. Another weird one that it would definitely be along the lines of you probably would not like it if you knew what it was, is, unless you're from certain areas of the country, is horomon, which is originally, as I understand the backstory for it, or is that an item that I want? I don't remember. Was canned squid. Anywhere you can get sardines. It's bizarre. But horomon is when Koreans lived in Japan, oftentimes not of their own volition, they were treated as low-class citizens back in, a long time ago. And so they would be given kind of the junky leftover pieces of meat that nobody else wanted to eat with. And so they would use their own cooking styles to develop, like, actually good-tasting stuff from the junk cuts of meat. Or at least at the time they were considered junk. Some of the stuff is decidedly not junk food, or not junk pieces under today's standards. But one of them was intestines. And they developed horomon, which is like a barbecued form of it. And it is fantastic. Horomon is amazing. Highly recommend. If you ever go to a yakiniku, which is like a Japanese barbecue, you'll definitely be able to find it. Well, most likely. Get the horomon. Absolutely get horomon. It is probably one of my favorite cuts of meat that you can get at a yakiniku. Besides, like, kalbi and stuff like that, also very good. Flank steak, always good. Interesting side note about yakiniku. What's the traditional first thing to order if you're ever at a traditional yakiniku with a group of Japanese people? What is the acceptable first thing to order? Glad you asked. I have an answer for you. The first line of food that you always order at a yakiniku, if you're doing it right, is actually beef tongue. And the reason is because the tongue is cut extremely thin. The idea being it's cut about as thin as a piece of, like, bologna, you might think, and it's in rounds. And it cooks very quickly, so even very shortly after getting there, you can already start enjoying some food. So you order various cuts of meat, obviously, at one time. You put them on the grill. You definitely order cow tongue, because it's going to cook very quickly, and while the other pieces are still cooking, you can already start digging in. It's sort of like almost an appetizer, if you will, at a yakiniku. And there you go. The more you know. Oh, lobster fed to prisoners in coastal cities until they protested as cruel and unusual punishment. Oh. How times change, right? Dissected many cow parts, the tongue of which she took home and ate. Respect. I mean, Brazilian barbecue. It's one of my favorite type of barbecue places. Like, if you like yakiniku, absolutely wonderful. I love it. But probably my favorite single type of barbecue place to go to has got to be a Brazilian steakhouse. How they work, for those of you who do not know, is they that you usually there's like a few different tiers of price, and the more you pay, the more high quality meat you can get. So like, let's say you pay for tier 2, okay? So they'll give you a card that says like 2 on it, or a color on it corresponding to tier 2. It's an all-you-can-eat place. They usually have amazing salad bars, and how it goes is waiters walk around with these big chunks of meat, usually like on a plate, sometimes with a piece coming up in the middle that the meat can be skewered onto, and they'll come by your table, and depending on the level you purchase, if it's the appropriate one, they'll come up and they'll be like, do you want some meat? And then, or if you have your things flipped to yes, that you want whatever's coming by, they'll come by and they'll just cut you off pieces of amazingly barbecued meat of all different types for as long as you can eat. It's an all-you-can-eat type of deal. Highly recommend if you ever have the opportunity. They're not cheap, but Brazilian barbecues are tasty. Brazilian bikinis and waxes. The food, yeah, no, they're pretty great. Gonna nuke some dinner? All right, Ethan. Enjoy eating. I hope your headache goes away. Catch you in a bit, hopefully. And we'll continue on. We're making some good progress to the deacons here. I got sidetracked on some serious food-related things. What did I have for lunch? Great question. Microwave bean burritos. Look, man, it's a desperate time. I can talk about expensive, fancy, tasty foods that I want. In reality, though, it's the bean and cheese life for me right now. But, you know, I think it is for a lot of people, so I'm not trying to complain. I'm not trying to seem like a problem child who's whining about his lot in life. I'm just saying, I've eaten some weird stuff. Some of it's been really tasty. Some of it's been not so good. I'm looking at certain Chinese dishes that I had that I'm still not completely convinced were the type of animal they told me it was. But overall, it's a fun experience to try out all sorts of different stuff. And if you are nervous about trying different foods and trying new things, I recommend that you pinch your nose if you have to, buckle down, and just try it. Try everything once. My motto is I'll try just about anything twice, but at least once, give it a shot, you know? Highly recommend. With food, you'll often be surprised how far outside of your own comfort zone you can get and still find it incredibly tasty and enjoyable. She's an amazing cook. What sort of stuff does she cook? Like, what's her top favorite dish that she cooks that you like? I'm curious. Be wary of woman. We're going this way. No, we're not going that way. I remember there's one of those hugging ladies up there, and I quite dislike them. Nerd. What the heck? Is he... okay. That was a little bit unusual. That seems highly unfair. He crawled up through a floor. Go. Good enough. Try and learn to cook? What do you mean school's being dumb? In what way? Yeah, I learned to cook because I didn't know how to cook, and then I went to Asia to live, and I didn't have money to actually buy things except ingredients, so I was like, well, guess I'm learning to cook. And that's how I learned to cook, out of extreme necessity. And then over the years, I've developed it and actually really enjoyed it, learned lots of different styles and recipes from all different countries, and it's been a wonderful time. It turned into a big hobby of mine. But originally, when I learned to cook, it was out of 100% just learn to cook or don't expect to be eating. Like, that was the choice. One of the more crazy times when I was extremely low on money is actually a kind of a funny story. I had been oh crap. I was on a school trip. It was in Japan, and it was a trip where we had to climb up like this big old mountain to go up to a shrine. It was like a field trip type deal. Japanese cultural class of some sort. I don't know. Anyway, I didn't get to really eat that day, like, at all. I didn't have any food at home. The class probably ended, I would estimate, at around 4, maybe when we finally got back into town. And I was, like, exhausted from the hike, like, up a mountain, starving. And I knew at my favorite restaurant, there was a food challenge called the Bokedon Challenge. And if you completed the challenge, you got the meal free. If you didn't, though, it's like a $25 meal. And what it was a kilogram of rice, 3 cheese katsu cutlets. And how that worked is you have 2 pieces of pork cutlet, and in the middle of it, you fill it with cheese, and then you fry it so that it looks like a schnitzel or something like that. It's fried on both sides. And it was that slathered in demi sauce, which is sort of like a katsu sauce, and then all that over a kilogram of rice. And you had 15 minutes to eat it. And I was like, well, I'm going to go take the food challenge so that I can actually eat today. If I fail, I'm going to have to just try and escape on my bicycle and just run out the building because I cannot afford to pay for the meal. And if I succeed, I got a free gigantic meal that's going to last me for quite a while in my stomach. Luckily, I did complete the challenge, and as some of you may know, I'm very proud of the fact that a picture of me went up on the wall for completing the challenge on the wall of winners, which I think I've posted it in the Discord maybe a long time ago. But, yeah, I was so desperate for food. I was like, well, if I lose, I'm going to escape. I'll just have to try and blend into the crowd, you know. Gigantic white dude riding an orange bicycle with blonde hair in the middle of Japan. No one will know. No one will be able to find me. I'll just, like, freaking Assassin's Creed style blend into crowd, and then they'll lose aggro. Probably not the best idea. You can take your pants off. Ah, the good times just begin. Difficult online for you? Only 2 weeks left? Well, that's good then. What classes are you taking online? I'm curious, because I have taken some classes online, and some are okay online, and some are like, this is impossible. Why are we doing this online? Depends on the class sometimes. But yeah, so learning to cook out of necessity turned out well for me, and it turned into actually being a hobby, so I'm quite pleased with how everything worked out. But it could have been a lot worse. All right, I remember this. Can I, you know what we can do? Why don't we just throw a Lloyd's Talisman at him? Do I have a Lloyd's Talisman? Maybe? Yeah, I do. Here we go. Use. Boop. There we go. I don't feel like fighting you, sir. I thought he should drop the item. Oh, here we go. Pick up item. Thank you. Not something that I really needed, but, you know, I figure, I may as well get it, right? While we're here, by the by, I did not pop an Ember. We might do that here to fight Pickle Rick. I forget his exact name. He's, Kirk. Good old Kirk. Is there a better way to fight these guys? Like, kick the shield strats, maybe? Waiting for his mace to stop glowing would also be probably a pretty wise idea here. Wow, that hurt. Oh, you can't backstab him. Good, good, good. Yeah, it really does depend on the class. Oh, you're getting overwhelmed? I got you. Yeah, yeah. Just dumping tons of crap on you. They're like, ah, you don't got anything better to do anyway, right? Yeah, thanks. I'm so glad to be done with school. Like, school was a good time while I was there, but also I'm pretty much totally okay with it being done. How did he try and do a slam and it just totally missed? Well, that was really well done. Wow. Good stuff. Ha-ha. Hold on, let me grab my beer here for a drink. Pants do not feel good on the incisions. I can imagine I'd probably rub it on it, huh? Pickle, Rick, Kirk, basically the same. I mean, Rick and Kirk, it's almost an anagram if you don't think about it too hard. Let's go ahead and try fighting him. I'm feeling confident. Let's use an Ember. I think he has something that I actually want, too, so this is probably a good idea. Does he have a good item? I feel like he has something that he drops that I'm going to want. Come on, Pickle Rick. Get over here. Come on. Do it. There we go. It's Long Finger Kirk. There we go. We're going to find him over here. I think it's a little safer. Thorn Armor and Sword. Too heavy. Not worth it. Well, I guess we're taking one shot at him. Crap. I don't know why I felt like this was important to do. Hello? Hello? You want to come over? I mean, I guess we can go to him, but there's a couple of enemies that could get aggroed if I fight him over here. Come on, man. Get over here. Alright, we'll beat him. We'll beat him. Yeah, roll with me. Roll with me. Roll. Ghost ride the whip. Ghost ride the whip. Ghost ride the whip. Where are you going? What a jerk. Yeah, we're just gonna forget about him, I think. That was an unwise decision. We're going grub strats. I should probably go back to the actual DLC now that Shades is here to have him. You know what? Yes. No. Let's get our souls back. But I'm thinking about going back there so you can help guide me through it more quickly and make sure I get all the items that I need. Lord knows I can't be expected to actually do something like that on my own. No, no. All night long, bear this burden. So, Chad, I was thinking about doing something on one, I don't know what day yet, on one of these days, though. It might be kind of cool to do a super late night stream where I, like, start really late, like 9 or 10 my time, and see who comes on, maybe that we haven't seen for a while. Maybe get some Europeans on, or some folks that are night owls. I haven't decided when I would do it yet, but I think it might be fun to do, like, a late night stream sometime. It's been a long time since we've seen a lot of folks, so I'd like to see if maybe we can lure them back into our good graces with candy and fudge, and also by streaming at a time that's more comfortable for them to be able to watch it instead of this time. Since we're the same time, that is true. We are both Mountain Time, aren't we? I did not think about that. Stop swinging your silly little sword at me, sir. Let's go this way first. I think is probably a wise idea. Fine. I don't think any of these items are important. Am I correct that none of these items matter? There we go. Why do takis have to taste so good? What is takis? Takis? Wait, tacos? Giant drop large shards. We're gonna have to fight him at some point, but I don't know if right now is the time for that. He scales me. Uh-oh. Run! Drink! Story of my life. There we go. Because they're bad for you. It must be tacos, and I just got confused. Takis are a chip? I have never heard of this. What is a takis chip? Takis Among Us? They hurt your stomach, but you can't tell. Well, what is it? Explain what a takis chip is to me. And also, why is Patches not here? Shouldn't Patches be here? Alright. Pillage the remains, as good sir would do. Let's actually leave and come back. Maybe I didn't do something that I would need to do to activate him, but I feel like you should be here. Let's just, wow, the whole save file is just my hat. That's wonderful. I love that. Alright. Takis. I know Tukis. That means butt. New information that I do not care about. Fireball. It's fireball. What's a fireball? You say it's a fireball. It's a fireball. Duh. He is not here. Okay, well, we can forget about good old Paches. Pachismo. That's fine. We don't need him. Spicy chips. Have takis followed by Greek yogurt. That could help settle the stomach. This is true. Interesting. Interesting you. How have I never heard of this strange libation? Tightly rolled up Doritos. That's an interesting description. So they're corn-based. Are they a corn-based food item? Is this reasonable to say? Oh, I know. Right. Okay, so we opened up a kind of shortcut. I guess, maybe, sort of. Ish. Shortcut-ish. I guess we could fight the giant. Try and get some large shards. How many shards do we need for our next level? Next level should need +4 shards. Let's see how many shards we have. We have 2. I mean, he might be worth doing then. Each giant drops 1, and there are 2 giants. Not the easiest, but it might be wise. I mean, we could get to the deacons basically right now if we wanted, but I don't see a lot of value to that, like to rushing them. Ember. Doritos with esophagus eating spices. Ooh. Corn masa flour. Huh. Fascinating. I just guessed because Doritos are corn-based. How do I want to do this? I guess we can try fighting him. It's a little scary. We just got Lloyd's sword ring, too. Is Lloyd's sword ring worth putting on? Boosts attacks when HP is full. It's probably worth it. Maybe instead of blue tear stone? Instead of blue tear stone or chloranthy ring? That's not an insignificant damage boost, yeah. A company called Bimbo. I think, wait, don't they make bread? Isn't Bimbo bread? Lowering equip load increases attack. How much does this increase attack, though? Where's my damage? I should be able to see my damage output, right? Switch. 194, 182. Let's see what this does. 200. It's definitely better. What's it go up to, though, if I take off the chloranthy ring? And take off the chloranthy ring, though, instead. And we're up to 192, so we're up to 200. Plus Flynn's, we get 213. That's probably better. I tried them and only get 3 down. Good lord. Is that crazy? This is a pretty substantial attack boost from these 2 rings put together, actually. This may be good. Alright, guys. The only thing about fighting the giants that's really annoying is you gotta take these guys out before you do it. Otherwise, they're gonna come stab you in the back. We could kill them with the torch, I guess. Or if I had fire paper, that would make it very easy. I don't know if I do, though. I hate you. Just wimpy. How spicy are they? Generally, I didn't think that things made commercially tended to actually be that spicy. Whoa! Hello. Didn't know you were about to come over here. I didn't know we came all the way over here. I hope that's doing some real damage. God, that toenail is just hideous. You should feel ashamed. Excuse me, sir. Uh-oh. Okay. How did that hit me? Oh, I think one of these dudes hit me. Maybe. Come on, man. Get the heck out of Dodge. Uh-oh. That could have been a lot worse. We're running out of Estes here. How much HP? He's almost dead. No! Yes! Alright, giant down, giant down. God, that was scary. Get them feet, man. I love it. Ugh. Yeah. Good stuff. Burn, turkey. Burn. There's a large titanite shard. Some tough actin to Tenactin. Boom! Gauntlets. Right. You have a dagger? I don't know if I do, actually. Yeah. At the top of the list for spicy? Now I really want to try them. Where does one purchase a, what's it called? TikTok? Taco? Takis? Taki. Where does one buy a Takis? Ew. Ow. Ew. Also ow and ew. I don't like that thing. Weapon art of the dagger. Quick step lets you sprint through deep mud. Oh, that's right, huh? I do remember that, yeah. You do that weird dash type thing. Let me see what type of dagger I have. Do I have any? I have none. No, I don't have a dagger. I need to buy one. We're going to be using one here at some point. I don't know if I'm ready to fight this giant over here, though, at the moment, considering I have no Estus remaining. That's a little scary. May want to refill Estus? Yeah, I think so. I can open the door at the end. Probably I should just go refill Estus now, though. What's the fastest way back? Probably just, I should homeward bone, huh? Bonfire last reset. Oh, you got poison. What a loser. Everywhere has them. What are they called again? Fracas? Sassafras and Tenactus? I don't know. Takis, I think. Takis, right? I'll give him a try. I'll give him a try. Fracas. Yeah, that's what I thought. Fracas. I look forward to giving him a shot. It's going to be a lot of fun. Trying out something. Maybe I'll try him out on stream. How's that? I'll have a bag of Fracas when I stream. Next time I go to the store, I believe I'm going in 2 days. I shall grab some Fracas to check out. No, sorry, Fracas to check out. It'll be fun. Try them on stream, then I'll be a total tough guy and be like, what? This is nothing. Maybe I'll buy some habaneros to eat raw, too, just to actually give myself something to do. Just give myself something to enjoy. Actually, where I developed a real taste for habanero also was in Japan, because I like to cook with lots of different seasonings, and one of the ones I like is like chili powder or cayenne, and both of those were very difficult for me to find where I lived in Japan. But strangely enough, they had powdered habanero. So when I had like different meats or foods that I wanted seasoned with spiciness, the only choice I really had to do it was habanero powder. And I love the taste of habanero and habanero powder, it turns out. So ever since then, I've been basically addicted to habanero. I'm a huge habanero fan. Tastes unlike any other pepper. It's very, very good. Throat squeezes shut on stream. That's a horrifying prospect, but also not completely impossible. You were not wrong. It's out to a really good start. Yeah, keep doing that attack, please. He's down halfway. Oops. Nice. Almost got him. Die! There we go. Well, they're both down. Not too shabby. This might be the first time I've ever beaten these two giants without dying, just due to obnoxiousness. Which is the greatest killer of all. There's our large Titanite shard. Thank you for the GG's, friendos. And the maiden. Actually, that might look good on me. Let me see if I can put on the maiden skirt. We really need to go get the Asylum Demon dead, though, and get our, they're still too heavy. We need to get our Havel's ring. This is, like, imperative to allow us to be able to wear some more useful things. I'm almost thinking about taking a side trip now and grabbing that. No, I have not watched the Dark Souls yet. I still need to. I had forgotten to. I will definitely see it, though. I did see the picture, though, that you posted of a certain former community member being on the Patreon list for the show. Oh, man. Memories. Memories. All right. The Bident. The Bident is like the Trident, but with only two. Hence, bi and not dry. Whoa. That's amazing. There's another shortcut. I gotta remember how to open up that other shortcut. Where is the other shortcut? It's another... I need to get one of these other bridges up and going, don't I? I think so. Teleporting dogs. The teleporting dogs, man. So ridiculous. Like, what the heck? Why? They, like, plank on top of you. And that's not what you want planking on you. I'll tell you that from personal experience. No. Sir? Did you see me? I'm gonna say no. He looks like he did not see me. We're just gonna go with that. How many episodes are there of Dork Souls? Bad boy. I think I need to pull this lever over here. But I also don't want to aggro our friend. Hey, 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 don't do that. Does your doggy teleport? Thankfully, no. She's already runs fast enough. She doesn't need to. She already is able to get almost instantly to everywhere she's not supposed to be. She doesn't need teleportation. She's a ridiculously fast dog. I guess it's the border collie in her, or the some type of collie in her. Australian Shepherd in her too. Like, she's fast. She's a very fast doggo. I just realized I have 11,000 souls. I probably want to do something with those, huh? 6 episodes? Wow, that's a lot. 3 main game in each DLC. We also animated a bunch of others. It takes roughly 1,000 hours to animate each one. That's a long time. Sekiro. Oh, that's pretty cool. That is a long time, though. I'm not surprised, though. I know animation takes a long time. Like, I've definitely heard that before. Being not an animator myself, I can't speak from personal experience, but I can say that I totally believe that it would take a long time. I mean, especially if you're drawing each frame. If you have, like, digital stuff going on and you're not really having too much motion, it's a lot less, for sure. But if you're drawing each one, it's going to take a while. It's been a while. Let's go down here and kill this man. Hello. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Burn. 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 Isn't this just the most pleasant sound you ever heard? It's almost like the screeching isn't enough and I want more. Don't worry, there's a boss for that later. What does this say? Try fire. Good advice, actually. Oh, I have no. There's a point right. Where is it? There's a drop down point right around here. It's just over here to the left, huh? The bonfire. Still better than Demon Prince. Exactly. It's like, okay, I get it. You're screaming or whatever. I didn't open up the actual shortcut. I never claimed to be a smart man. Let's go back to Firelink Shrine briefly, though. Spend some souls. Upgrade our weapon. Let's not think about how dumb I am. Everyone's happy. Shoot-a-boop. Hey, babe. What's going on? Talk to you later. Okay, babe. Gray Ratarino. We can also send him out. It looked like he had some sort of floor texture glitch there briefly. Very strange. You might as well. Go pillage and raid, my friend. However, also, what knife do I want? I don't think it was a bandit's knife. I think it was just a regular short dagger that I used previously. I don't think the bandit one you can buff up the way that I like to. Reinforce my broadsword, Andre. Bandit knife has good bleed, though. Oh, didn't I put bleed on the dagger? I think that actually oh, I can up to +5. I think the short dagger that I used before, I actually used a bleed stone with it. I either used electricity or bleed stone. I put a bleed stone on some. No, I put it on a club. I think we put bleed on one of the clubs. Might have been. Vicar Amelia and the Bloodstarved Beast, the most annoying bosses ever, audibly speaking. Vicar Amelia, I don't remember being that crazy. Bloodstarved Beast definitely is loud, shall we say? I do recall this. What do I do with the rest of my money? Champion use fire dagger. With fire clutch ring, 5 parries. Jeez, that was just a regular dagger, though, right? Like this type of dagger. Let's go ahead and snag one of these just so I don't forget later. I'm pretty sure I use that type one too. Yeah. I think Bloodstarved Beast is a cool fight, though. I mean, maybe it is annoyingly loud, but it's a cool fight. Okay. What am I gonna spend the rest of these 5,000 money on at the moment, though? I guess I could buy. Charcoal pine resin probably is not a bad idea. Lawrence is the loudest. Oh, God, Lawrence. I should know. I fought him for like 12 hours straight or more on BL4. Good God. Chat, what should I get here? Should I go ahead and put out for the charcoal pine resin, or should I buy these 3? Should I, like, what should I get? What would be wise here? With 5,466 souls. Charcoal you won't need with pyromancy glove. That's true. We could get that. Never played the Bloodborne DLC. Oh, Ethan, it's so good. The DLC is fantastic. Highly recommend. Highly recommend if you have the opportunity. Geez, I don't know. I guess gold pine resin could be useful then. Let's go ahead and pick that up. And the rest will pick up with this. There we go. Now let's go kill the asylum demon, the decharcolated asylum demon to get hovels. And we can actually start doing some clothing stuff. Apparently I had an undead bone shard and didn't realize it. Cool. That's good too. Did I get an Estus shard? I should check real quick just in case. I do not remember. I might have actually from when we were in the DLC and I haven't upgraded it yet.
Did what?
Reinforce. Yay. Reinforce. Wow, 2? That's amazing. Let's give him our coal. We got the Sage's coal. Well, thank you for that or whatever. Okay, bye. Cool. Nice talker. Yeah. Suck it, Andre. I'm too cool for you. We should go talk to the pyromancer dude that I freed, though. Can't he give me the glove?
Ah, there you are.
Yep. Thank you.
Do not be
bye.
What is it?
I don't think I have... Do I have a pyromancy tome for you? I do. Yes. There you go. Bye.
What is it?
What is it? And where do we get Karthus Flame? Do you get that from... Wait, I thought I saved Blind Girl. Why didn't she there? Huh. Weird. I could probably go fight Curse-Rotted Greatwood, too. Yeah, we're going to have to get hovels, obviously. It's probably a good idea to beat those two at this point and get those things. I really want to start dressing up to look pretty. That's the most important thing in Dark Souls, of course. Everybody knows. After Abyss Watchers. Okay. Another great fight. We're actually not that far from Abyss Watchers, too. I'm really excited for that battle. That is one of my favorites. It's really fun running around for like 5 minutes in the beginning of the battle just waiting for them to kill each other. And then you only have to focus on phase 2. I gotta remember the strat for phase 2, though. There was a specific strat to get backstabs on him. That's where I used the dagger first, I think, was in the backstab strats against the Abyss Watcher. So I probably should spend some of these souls to level up my dagger some. Didn't even think about that. That would be wise. Wise to do. Alright, let's go kill this guy. I should be able to do this without too much difficulty, surely. My hat is far larger than it was last time I battled him. Okay. That's fine. Good stuff. Ow, the tail whip's the only thing that's hitting me, man. Okay, besides the gigantic mace, the tail whip is the only thing hitting me. Unfortunate, shall we say. We'll get him without too much difficulty. Like, legit, this guy should not be that bad. Man, what a sexy toned core. Whew. Whew. Gotta be careful, man. This goes on to YouTube. I might get banned for being too overtly sexual looking at that gloriously toned, hairy core. He can be annoying. He is annoying indeed, but he shall be felled. I shall destroy you, sir. Oh, right. I forgot he pukes rocks out sometimes. That's the thing he does. Totally a normal guy thing to do, Asylum Demon. Just hurl rocks out of your mouth like a rock hurler or something. I don't know. Dumb. Well, that could have been worse. Aha! I saw the tail whip coming. Alright, let's finish this guy off. There we go. Gone sexual. That's how to get my views up. Clickbait with the Ranger gone sexual. Remember when that was a huge thing? It's so dumb. People are dumb. Alright, beaten. Now we need to go stab our sword into a bunch of balls.